Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Kennedy Hawk from the MCM team. Today for Workout Wednesday, we are going to play Brian V's Wild Tutor Adam Warlock deck. We've been talking a lot on Discord, Brian and I, and he asked me to play a game with his deck to show people sort of how it functions, or at least how I would play it as not the deck creator, to show off some of its unique strength and strategic thinking. So I'm going to try to do that. I can't promise that I'm actually a very strategic thinker, but we've got it all set up here. We have tower defense set up in expert mode with armies of Titan. We've got Adam Warlock in play with his special deck right here. We've got this Black Order Besieger, and we're going to deal damage to Avenger's Tower with his ability. I don't want to start with damage on Adam Warlock. And away we go. So we're going to flip these side schemes over. I'm going to move this over here, and hopefully I won't forget about it. In case you haven't played tower defense before, there's two villains. Basically, this is going to move at the start of the villain phase and determine who the active villain is for the turn. So it's either going to be Corvus or Proxima. It's going to move to Proxima at the beginning of the first villain phase. So she's going to be the first person to swing at us. If you haven't checked out Brian's deck before, just pop it over here right now. He's got a really detailed write-up, so if you just go to the Marvel CDV homepage, it's going to be one of the popular decks right now. Probably will be for a while. Really good write-up. The keys are you want to have really fast setup. You want to burn through your deck looking for Mystic Senses, because once you get those two out, you pretty much win. You want to be very versatile and have the answers for everything you need whenever you need them. So you're going to be pulling out confuses and stuns and allies at exactly the right moment. And you're going to do that using lots of tutoring, which means like looking through your deck and discard pile for things, and using quantum magic. It's really unique. It uses all of the power of cards, which has been very polarizing for people. But you know what? Deck builders make the decks they like, and Brian really likes this one, and so do I. So let's get it underway. I'm probably going to lose with it. I did a practice game with this, and it just rolled, which means now I'm going to get destroyed. So that's typically how things work. I'm going to discard quite a few things here. I don't need a Karmic Blast or a Cosmic Awareness or a Cosmic Ward yet. I do like Kalu and the double resource, but I'm going to throw away the Power of Justice and draw 4 replacement cards. And here we go. We did not get any Mystic Senses in our opening hand, which is kind of a bummer. But we'll see what we can do with this deck right now. All right, we're not doing anything fancy on this side. We're going to flip over right away, and we're going to spend these 2 resources on Kalu. He's going to let us look at the top 5 cards of our deck for an event and plop it into our hand. We've got lots of choices here. I'm thinking about taking Welcome Aboard because it lets me throw out a Pip the Troll as well, which can be really, really helpful for letting us get set up. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I thought about taking Spiritual Meditation, but I'm okay with that staying in my deck, so I'm going to put the other 4 back. Shuffle these up. I'm going to play Welcome Aboard right away to pop out a Pip the Troll. He enters play with a Tough. I'd love to play him during the villain phase, but I mean, he came up when he came up. We are going to use Spell Shield, which we don't need right now, to play Soul World. And we will use Adam Warlock's Battle Mage ability to deal 2 damage to that Besieger, and Kalu will finish him off. So Besieger is out of play. Kalu has 1 damage on him. We still haven't used Adam Warlock's base stats, and he's going to thwart for 1. I know it's kind of lame, but we're just trying to keep Proxima's scheme as low as possible. All right, with that, we can ready everybody up. We're drawing 5 cards, because we're in Alter Ego form. We did draw into a Mystic Senses and a Gamora and a Deft Focus. There are so many things we want to play that it's unfortunate, but we'll see what we can do. Let's get underway in the villain phase. So this moves to the other villain. Both villains go up by 1. Proxima is going to attack me, and I can deal a damage to Avenger's Tower or give her +2 attack. We're going to give her +2 attack and block with Pip the Troll. So she's swinging for 5 into Pip, which is just going to eat a stuff card. Sounds great. We get dealt 1 encounter card, which is a Surge Exhaust Your Identity. That's kind of annoying. Into a deal 1 damage to the tower. I know I like hate dealing damage to the tower, but at the same time, well, you know what? I'll take damage this time. That's not the end of the world. As long as I can get rid of this guy, that'll be okay. All right. Now, we have a bit of a conundrum here. We don't have enough cards to do what we want to do we? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to pay 1, 2, 3 for Gamora. She comes into play, and when she swings, attacks, or thwarts, you discard cards until you find an event. So she's going to swing here for 2. Not actually hitting the villains yet at all. And she's going to start looking for an event. So she discards a Nick Fury. She discards a Mystic Senses. Oh, where's our Quantum Magic now? Oh, sorry. And we get a Karmic Blast. All right. We're going to use these two to play Mystic Senses. I wish I could have gotten Deft Focus out in there too, but I just didn't see the solution for that. I don't have any cards to use with Battle Mage this turn, which is a bit of a bummer. Kalu can finish off this Besieger just to keep the board as clear as possible, as clear as day. Kalu is going to go away. Goodbye, Kalu. We're going to ready and draw 5. All right, so we got a Quantum Magic. We can get our second Mystic Senses out there. Things are looking pretty good. So, 1 threat going in each scheme. This is going to move down, and Corvus is going to attack us. If this is undefended, bad things happen. But we're not going to let it be undefended. That's what Pip is here for. So, Pip gets hit for 3. The attack is not undefended, and we get dealt an encounter card, which is another stupid Besieger. This time I will damage the tower. Jerk. Fine. Okay, it's our go. We're going to use Cosmic Ward and Quantum Magic to go find that Battle Mage. Quantum Magic lets you search your discard pile for a card, and we need our 2 Mystic Senses out here. So we're going to get our second Mystic Senses going, and we are going to use Zone of Silence as a Justice Battle Mage ability, removing 2 here and drawing us 2 cards from Mystic Senses, which is really, really clutch right now. All right, let's see. We haven't seen our drop kick yet. We also haven't seen our Martial Prowess. Gamora's obviously not going to find Martial Prowess, but she's going to hit the Besieger for 2. We're looking for an event. We get a Karmic Blast right away. What do we want to do? I'd really like to get my staff down. We'll use Adam to finish off this Besieger again. We'll use these 2 Adam Warlock cards to play our Karmic Staff. And that's going to be it. And we're drawing 4 cards, and we're going to keep this because we know that Dropkick and Martial Prowess are in there, and we hit one of them, so great. All right, we got 1 threat going out on each scheme. This is going to move over here, and Proxima is going to come for us. So we can deal a damage to the tower or give her +2 attack. Is it 1 damage or 2 damage? It's only 1 damage on the tower. I'm taking a face hit either way. I really don't want Gamora to die, but I don't have... How many green cards are in my discard pile? Why are there only 2 cards in my discard pile? There we go. There should be 21. Alright, so I got some green cards coming up, so I might be able to heal Gamora. So what we're going to do is we're going to deal damage to the tower. I'm not happy about it. We're just going to take this one to the face for 5. Oh my goodness, that was a mistake. And our encounter card is attached to Corvus Glaive. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Things happen, you know. This gives him Retaliate, and you have to take a damage to get rid of it, but we're not going to worry about that yet, because we are going to Power of Leadership to give ourselves +1 to all our stats and draw 2 cards. We drew into that for Gamora for next turn. That's great. We're going to go a little bit crazy here, and we're going to play Martial Prowess. We're going to use... I am going to be crazy. I'm not going to use my Power Protection. I'm going to power in all of us a Sorcerer Supreme into play. And then I can pay 1, 2, 3 as a wild to play Dropkick. That's going to let me hit Corvus for 4 and stun him, because he's about to become the next main villain. We draw a card. It's a Brother Voodoo. We're going to use that next turn to heal up Gamora, most likely. And I think we're going to sit in this form. We draw to 6 cards. I didn't use my base stats. Let me go back and use those. We're going to thwart for 2 here. Okay. This is moving. We're getting 1 threat on each. I've probably misplayed something. You can yell at me about it in the comments below, because I'm sure I did. He is stunned, and we are dealt 1 encounter card. It is Overkill and Piercing on Proxima Midnight. Great, those are some things we need to get rid of. Good thing we have a ton of wild resources in our deck. This one does not give her Retaliate, which is really nice. That's kind of essential right now. Alright, let's see what we can do. First things first, let's use Brother Voodoo to heal 1 from Gamora and draw 2 cards with Mystic Senses. That is going to deal us an encounter card. Oops. What a great time to have Quantum Magic. Okay, there's a ton of allies in our deck. They're all really good for us, but I really want Nick Fury as my summoning spell. How do I do that? First, let's Spiritual Meditation, and don't forget to give ourselves a counter for Soul Word, because we're about to flip. Well, Spiritual Meditation to draw 2 and then discard 1. And right now I'm going to discard Quantum Magic, because I don't need 2 Quantum Magics in my hand at the moment. Alright, and let's get a little wild here. Let's Martial Prowess Strength to Concussive Blow over here. It's going to let me confuse her, so I can flip next turn. That feels good. Let's take a damage and confuse here. Seems good. Lightning Physical. I could do that. I like the idea of playing Cosmic Ward right now. The real thing that I should do is play an ally. So let's go ahead and cast Summoning Spell. We get a Brother Voodoo right away. He's going to look at the top 5 cards of our deck and put an event into our hand. Right now we have a Welcome Aboard, and that's pretty much it. And a Drop Kick. Let's put Welcome Aboard into our hand. Adam's going to go ahead and actually, it's too late. I should have put Drop Kick into my hand. Oh, it looks like I discarded the cards instead of shuffling them back in. So I can still do this. This is okay. Rewind time for a moment. Let's put Drop Kick into our hand. That lets us trigger his ability and get rid of stuff. Get rid of that Retaliate nastiness. So we will do this one. Take 1 damage, discard Lightning and Physical to get rid of this. And I'm actually going to do a Physical here and use a Wild. So we take a damage, get rid of this card. They're both confused, so I'm going to take this chance to flip down. But first I'm going to thwart for 1 here. Brother Voodoo is going to thwart for 2 here. And Gamora is going to punch for 2 here. Yeah. We get a magic attack. Do we dare use it? No. We're going to save that and burst next turn. We're going to flip down. We're going to use our Soul World. Removing this to heal to full, up to 11. Can't think of a better use. And ready everybody up. Get ready for the future. We are going to draw 4 cards. 1 threat going on each scheme. We're confused over here, so we've got 2 encounter cards to deal with. So first, Corvus Grave activates, but luckily he's confused as well. Next, discard an upgrade or support you control. Soul World is the least important thing out there right now, so let's get rid of that. And away we go. That feels pretty dang good. Let's go ahead and heal 1 from Gamora. So we're doing this because she keeps giving us cards. We draw 2 with Mystic Senses. Sounds great. Let's see here. I like the idea of playing Kalu. We're going to look at the top 5, pick an event, and put it into our hand. We're going to put Karmic Blast into there. So let's see, there's Pip and Nick Fury left in our deck. And there's 14 cards there. Gamora is going to go ahead and punch for 2. Actually, she'll punch for 2 here. She's going to discard cards looking for an event. So we got 2 Karmic Blasts. Let's go ahead and get Adept Focus down. And then let's get a little bit crazy here and go 1, 2 for a Karmic Blast. We're going to target Proxima Midnight. So 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all we need to do, so let's not discard a fourth one. It's got to plop her down to 0. Sounds great. We did not discard a Nick Fury like I was hoping, but there's still time. Let's use Warlock's Cape to play Magic Attack, and we're going to discard up to 5 cards, so we will discard 5 from the top of our deck. To deal 5 Corvus. That's going to let us move both of these to the next villain phase. Pretty bazonkers so far. Alright, so we've got 15 HP over here. We've got 14 over here. And our turn's not even done yet. We've got another Karmic Blast. I mean, we're going to deck out either way. I'd like to Quantum Magic that Nick Fury into my hand first. I don't really have a way to do that. Do I care? Gamora's at 2 damage now. Not really. So let's go ahead and Karmic Blast. We're going to target Proxima. Oops, not you. Not you, Gamora. So it's doing 4, 5, 5. It's about to become Corvus Glade's turn, which isn't the end of the world. I think Kalu will punch for 1 here. Let's just keep it moving. We're piling all our damage onto one character because there's a card that heals both the villains, and I don't want to have to deal with that. Let's punch for 1 more and just... Whoop, my bad. So Karmic Blast could technically kill now, which would be crazy. And we're drawing up. We're drawn up to 6. We get dealt an encounter card right away. But that Power of All of Us is really looking nice right now. Oh, we got a Nick Fury. Oh, this is so good. Okay. 1 threat going on each. Boom, boom. Corvus is going to attack against us, and this is certainly not going to be undefended because Brother Voodoo is here for us. 2, 3, and it does kill an ally, unfortunately, so Rainfire is going to defeat Brother Voodoo. Bummer. There's a bunch of those effects, and we haven't hit any yet, so we've been getting pretty lucky. We have 2 encounter cards. The first is Under Fire. Get 2 more encounter cards. Great. We have 3 encounter cards. Deal 3 damage to Adventurous Tower. Oh no! That is going to make it flip and go to 0. That was not in our game plan, but I'm not too upset. Hey, there's the heal 2 from each villain. Give each villain a tough status card. That's actually the most annoying part of that. But ultimately, it's an effect that doesn't hurt us too much. And an advance. Oh no. Corvus is going to scheme. It doesn't really matter what he schemes for. Well, it does, because it's going to discard a random card from our hand, but regardless of what the random card is, Quantum Magic can pull it back, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, Nick Fury, you can go down there. That's fine. And that does 3 here, unfortunately. Popping this one. Oh my goodness. So many things are happening. This is like a 5 encounter card turn. We get City Under Siege. 3 threat. And when we defeat it, we draw a card, which maybe we'll do. Who knows? Who knows? We got a lot of work left to do, though. So let's figure that out first. So first things first, let's use Quantum Magic to bring Nick Fury back to hand. We will use Welcome Aboard and Power on All of Us to play Nick Fury and draw 3 cards. We drew into this to heal Gamora for 1 and draw 2 from Mystic Senses. Always good. Always great. Let's go ahead and ping the Tough off of Proxima with Kalu. And then let's go ahead and tackle using Power Protection and Martial Prowess. So we're going to hit for 1, 2, 3, and a stunned. She is like not activated against us the entire game. It's been pretty crazy. We're going to Spiritual Meditation for 2 and discard 1. What do we want to get rid of? Honestly, I don't even know. Probably a Cosmic Ward. Actually, let's keep the Cosmic Ward and get rid of Concussive Blow for now. Okay, we can use a superpower, and there's so many things I want to do, but I can only do so many things. Power of Aggression, I guess, to use Karmic Blast. So we're going to target Proxima. So right now she's getting hit for 4. Oh no. 5 only. What a bummer. Not the end of the world, though. She's pretty low. I feel good about her being that low. And in fact, we'll finish her off for 1 so that she's ready to go away. Nick Fury and Gamora will attack into Corvus. Only brings him down by 2, but it also searches for an event. We get to think fast. Does Gamora discard cards? She discards cards. I may have been playing that wrong. I apologize if I did. You can yell at me about it. Oh, we can get another ally, but who is left? Who is left? Let's see. We've got Brother Voodoo and Kalu in here. That means we get a Pip the Troll. I don't mind seeing a Pip the Troll right about now. So let's go ahead and Summoning Spell for what hopefully turns into a Pip the Troll. Hey, right away. Wow, that's bazonkers. We're not going to use his stats. We've got enough blockers for days, hopefully, and all we've got to do is 12 damage. So we should be good to go. Let's draw our 6. No attacks in there, but we do have a Quantum Magic, so we can pull one out. We could pull out Nick Fury. Let's see. Where are all our Karmic Blasts? There's only 1 in here, so there's several in our deck. Okay, so 1 threat going on each scheme. This comes over here. Luckily, she's stunned. We get an encounter card. Proxima's Power. She activates against us, so she has 3 with Overkill and Piercing. Luckily, we probably don't care about that. We're still going to defend with Nick Fury. She's swinging for... Oh, we had to do a damage to the tower. So 5, 6, 7, minus 2. So I'm still taking 5 to face. That's pretty painful. Maybe I should have Cosmic Warded. But it's okay. We survived. Everything is good. Everything is grand. Let's see what we can do. Let's go ahead. Nick Fury's dead, but we're going to Quantum Magic him back into our hand. And then we're going to play him right away and draw 3 cards. And we're hoping we draw into some attack events here. We get a Karmic Blast and a Magic Attack, so we could technically kill him right now. There's only 2 cards in the top of our deck. Is there a way we can get rid of those 2 cards? There is. So we'll remove 2 threat here. Drawing 2 cards from Battle Mage, or whatever it's called. And we've got 2 Karmic Blasts. So we're pretty much in the free world here now. Let's play a Karmic Blast. We're going to target him. I'm just going to discard the 4, the full 4. So we've got 5, 6. We've got another Karmic Blast to play. 4, 5, 5 only. And Gamora's been our girl, so she's going to finish it off. And there you go. That was tower defense with this crazy deck. I say crazy in the nicest way possible. I'm going to pull this deck up again, just so we can look through it here. This is a really well-crafted deck, despite how much drama it has caused in the community. It's really an interesting deck, right? It runs all these power of cards, and you really have to get creative with Quantum Magic to figure out how to unlock the real potential in Adam Warlock's kit. Being able to go in your discard pile and do resource matching by grabbing a power of... I don't think I got to do that in this game, unfortunately. Things just magically came into my hand together. But that's the whole key here is you're running all these things that have kickers, like Concussive Blow and Tackle and Dropkick, and... you can use Quantum Magic to fix your resources and go grab those double resource cards, or if you draw into the power of, you use it to go grab the event from your discard pile. You're always looking for the other half of the puzzle, and Quantum Magic is what helps you complete that. I highly recommend checking out this deck. I'm pretty happy with the power ofs in it. I think I've used all of them at least once. I don't think power ofs go in every Adam Warlock deck, so don't get me wrong, but I think in this Adam Warlock setup with the tutoring and the card draw and the constantly really pushing things into your discard pile, totally makes sense. So, there you have it. Probably a couple gameplay mistakes. I apologize, but this was a super fun playthrough, and I recommend you check out Brian V's Wild Tutor deck, and there's a link in the YouTube description below. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great Wednesday.